In the summer of 2021, I cycled, paddleboarded and hiked from the bottom to the very top of Scotland. And I called it the Scottish Adventure Triathlon. This is the paddleboarding section.
Death zone.
This video is proudly sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes and members across 150 countries. Skillshare has a huge variety of classes to help you perfect a new creative hobby, land a new career, or launch your business. From photography to marketing to papercraft. Last week I took a class called Outdoor Photography, shooting at sunset, sunrise and night. My favourite times. The class was by Chris Burkard, who's an adventure photographer, so I hoped he could give me some tips for capturing my adventures a bit better. As part of the class, Chris gave a project assignment and his tip for this was to immerse yourself. So I did. I headed to Snowdonia on the weekend for a snowy adventure. There's my tent. And these are some of the photos that I came back with that I'm quite proud of. They might not be technically the best photos, but they captured the adventure. I love this one. If you'd like to try out some of the classes on Skillshare completely free, the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description of this video will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Not sure about this one, there's some big nugget blocking the lake. This is an announcement for all the midgies in the land. Your buffet is leaving.
Into the unknown.
Look at this now. It's a good job I'm only going like 500 metres across the top of a lochhead, so there won't be any boats up here. But yeah, it's insane. You wouldn't want to be out at sea if it did this. Be a pain in the arse, man. I'm still in the midgie jacket. They followed me, so I kept it on. I'll take it off the other side. Just stay at me. Oh man. This is weird. The road's right there, but I can't see it. This is crazy. Look how bad it is. Thank God it wasn't a big crossing. It was literally probably less than 500 metres. Oh, wow. Oh, let's find the road then, is it? I crossed the top of Loch Gilp where my camp spot had been and I was headed for the Crinan Canal. The canal's about 14 kilometres long and it links Loch Gilp with the Sound of Jura. It's used mostly by boats that want to get from the Clyde over to the inner seas of the Hebrides without having to go around the whole Kintyre Peninsula, which was a bonus for me as well because it's huge. So that saved me over 170 kilometres of paddling. Winning. I mean, look how serene it was. It was a welcome bit of calm before what was going to be a big day and one that I was really nervous about.
Take cover! I'm gonna get off. Whee. And this is where the portaging starts. Booyah!
Yeah, this is the only downside of the canal. There was 15 locks to contend with. I mean, I'll still take it compared to 170 kilometres of extra paddling and the Mull of Kintyre headland, which is so exposed to the south and is basically opposite Ireland. I did, however, work out that I walked about an extra 10 kilometres going backwards and forwards for my kit. I could have done it all in one go, but I decided I would actually rather do double the distance and carry less than struggle to carry it all. So this is me heading back after taking my paddleboard up for the first run of lochs, going back to get my bags.
Nailing it. Oh my god. This is training for when I have to do the hiking section. I ain't carrying this much though. Fun times. So I just had to climb down a bank to get everything onto the board. Get the board in the water and onto the board because the platform thing was really high. And I could have dropped the board in and I could have got onto it, but I would have struggled with all the kit, so I had to climb down a bank. I've got about 900 metres until the next set of lochs. And now I'm thinking, is there going to be a way to get back up again? Oh well, that's 900 metres times problem. Oh. That was a bit spicy coming across there. I'm on my knees because I just thought, oh, let's just go with it. So I just crossed from, I left the canal and crossed from like down there somewhere. Came across the wind. Fun times. It was fine really. If I didn't have all the kit on the board, it would have been absolutely, you know, just normal. This is where all the Bristol Channel training comes in. But with all the kit on the board, it's just hard. Also, it was like really shallow, so I thought I'm gonna literally like dig a fin and go over the top. This area is the bit that I've been really scared of the entire time. Because you've got, this is like the Sound of Jura that I'm just coming into.
The Sound of Jura is the body of water that sits between the island of Jura and the mainland. I was scared because I'd be passing through Dorismore, a fierce tidal race, where the timing of my passage would be extremely important. Not only can Dorismore be a nightmare if timed wrong, it also feeds into the infamous whirlpools in the Gulf of Crinan, not a place I wanted to be pulled into.
Look how amazing it is! I know that all you can see is my arm right now because this is a shit place to put the camera, but this is incredible. This is the Sound of Jura, the bit I've been shitting myself about. Oh my god, it's incredible. I can't believe there's water, look at it. Shit son, I can see like right down there. Oh, Scotland, you're fucking amazing! Ah! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 literally my new favourite game to play. Mimic the seagulls. I wonder if it pisses them off. It would piss me right off. Arr, 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 arr. He sounds like he's getting a bit pissed off now, to be fair. Or he just did a turd. Nowhere near me, thank God. So I'm just sat here on this little island bit with the seagulls, chilling, waiting for the tide to go slack so that I can go through the Doris Moor, because you need to hit that on slack tide. It's a fast tidal race. I think it's up to like 16 knots or something ridiculous on a spring tide. Luckily we're not on a spring tide. Yeah, so I need to get through there at slack tide, so I'm just waiting here. I'm quite nervous because this is the bit of like the entire trip that I've focused on for like so long. I haven't stopped thinking about it, I can't even tell you. So yeah, I'm quite nervous, but I've got this far, so it should be good. Wish my luck.
As you can see, the conditions were amazing and I was so thankful, but you cannot be too complacent. Things can change so quickly in Scotland.
This is it! Look how cool this is! It's me and all the boats. Death zone. Death. We're past the whirlpool zone. Woot woot. Gonna get a toot toot. Uh-oh, we're gonna hit the rocks there. Must not film when there's a westerly side wind. This is for anybody who thinks they can't. Oh shit, hang on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Stop blowing me, I need to make a video. I made it through Doris Moor! Woohoo! It probably doesn't mean anything to most people, but it's such a like meaty tidal race, and I survived, and it feeds into the Corryvreckan whirlpools, and I didn't get sucked into a whirlpool and die, and it's a good day. I'm so happy about it. You watch now, I'll probably die of something really mundane tomorrow, like I'll trip on a rock or something. If that happens, can you please make sure that on my gravestone it says, yes, she fell on a rock and died, but the day before she got through Doris Moor and didn't get sucked into Corryvreckan on an inflatable with a lot of heavy kit with a stick. A very nice stick, but still a stick. Ah, I'm so happy and really high on sugar and need to keep paddling, and that's Corey Wrecken behind there. And it's really sunny and I'm boiling, but I put my coat on in case like anything happened and like I was dying and cold. I don't know what the theory was, but I put my coat on in case it helped. And now I'm sweating. It's a good day. Oh, okay, I'm gonna carry on. Goodbye.
Over the next couple of hours heading north, that westerly side wind started to wear me down.
Keep paddling, don't bloody stop. Just keep paddling and don't bloody stop. Just keep paddling and don't bloody stop. Woo! Just keep paddling and don't bloody stop.
A side wind is probably one of the worst things for a paddleboarder. So much effort goes into stopping the front of the board being pushed around, and then there's the effort of trying to go forward at the same time. It just absolutely drains you. I managed to get a little bit of shelter by crossing over towards Shuna Island, where I was convinced that this fishing boat was trying to run me down. Anyway, turns out they were being quite nice and trying to offer me a lift. I think they thought I wasn't supposed to be there, because why was this random girl in the middle of this place on an inflatable? Yeah, you can kind of see it.
I'm absolutely bloody knackered and I've still got to get like over there somewhere. It's a bloody beautiful evening though. Now, there's just a bit of a side wind which is pissing me off a bit. I just crossed from Shuna Island. Oh god, it was so hard. It's a side wind still. It's literally been a side wind. A westerly side wind pretty much since Doris Moore. My fucking whole right side is absolutely caning. Trying to push this, it just constantly turns the nose of the board, and when you've got fucking massive bags on it, especially a massive bag on the front, it's so hard because you're just fighting it all the time, and then you're trying to make forward strokes as well. It's so hard. Oh, I've stopped at this little fucking island and I still need to get across there, but the wind is still pushing. I just can't. I've done 39k. I'm absolutely fucking dead. I'm going to give myself 10 minutes and see how I feel. I don't want to camp on this island because I don't want to have to do that tomorrow. I want to get over there today, but I'm just fucked. I can't even hold this fucking thing up. I can't stop swearing either. Okay, I'm going to have a drink and then reassess. I can't do this on a few hours sleep, it's ridiculous. Why am I doing this to myself? Shit the bed. Okay, right, I'll get back to you. Okay, I built a bridge and I got over it. We're going across. We can do this. It's not that far. Keep the camera up, so I'm trying. Oh, I feel so much calmer now. I'm just chilling on my knees. Oh, it's really annoying when this goes wonky. I want it to be straight for you, so you can actually see. Anyway, it's cool, isn't it? Wowzers. Well, this is creepy. That mist has come in again. Luckily, I'm just going to find somewhere to camp on here, hopefully. Look at it. It's really quiet as well, apart from a fishing boat behind me, who I'm convinced is watching where I go to camp so he can come and kill me, so I'm going to try and be discreet. Woo. Another evening, another round of bird shit golf. I've got a better club today. It's quite good. Way. Every place that I've stopped, I've tried to pick up at least one piece of rubbish that shouldn't be there. I mean, obviously I've picked the smallest bits I could, really, but it means I have a lot of extra crap with me. But then I'm eating the food, so I figure it kind of weighs, you know, it evens out, but yeah. So yeah, we're gonna hit Sail Sound today, and we're gonna go through I want to call it like a tidal river, but I don't really know if that's the right. It's still like just a gap between land. I'm not explaining this very well, but basically it's got a bridge, and it's called the bridge over the Atlantic, and it does flow quite fast through there on a spring tide. It also doesn't get that high, so I just really don't know what it's going to be like. I might take my fin out on something. I'm probably going to end up walking a lot, so we'll just see what happens with this. I don't know what it's going to be like.
The Clacken Bridge spans a narrow channel of water called the Clacken Sound, which runs between the Scottish mainland and the island of Sail. Because both ends of the sound spill into the Atlantic Ocean, the little bridge has been dubbed the Bridge over the Atlantic.
Can't come to Scotland and not get a tablet. Spot on this stuff. Biggest sugar rush you'll ever need.
I try not to eat loads of sugar in daily life, but I always carry it when I'm paddleboarding because I just think you can do a lot with some sugar in you. Like, if you get into trouble, pop some sugar, you'd be surprised what you can do to get out of shit when you got sugar in your system. Anyway, by the time I got to the Clacken Bridge, because I'd faffed about and gone to the shop and stuff, it was high tide, which was good because it meant I didn't have to get off and walk. But the tide was actually turning, and I did actually end up paddling against the tide. It's lucky that it had just turned, because if it had been in full flow, I think it would have been quite hard. I'd have probably ended up stopping. It does flow like a river when it's in full flow.
Look how good the conditions are. Like, I literally can't get over this. It's insane. Scotland is amazing for paddling if you get the right weather. Like, because there's just so many places you can stop, like so many islands. Like, when you get a bit tired, you can just pull in. You can't really do that in Wales. Like, even if the conditions are good, it's more difficult. Like, this coastline, because it's just, there's so much of it, and obviously all the lochs and stuff, and it all cuts in. It's so good for paddleboarding. Like, I might move here. Genuine. I might. If you live in Scotland and you're a paddleboarder, you're so lucky. It's so good. I might have said it, but it's so good. So good, so good. Right, let's head along there towards Oban and try and not get hit by any of the ferries that leave Oban, because there's quite a few. Oh shit. Pee stop. Best looking toilet I've ever been to. What about you? Bet you've never pissed in a better place than this, have you? We're talking proper ferries. I ain't messing with that. Like, he's got smoke coming out of his chimney, but his end bit's still up. I don't know if he's going anywhere or not. So I've just come all the way along Carrera, which is opposite, I hope I'm saying that right, opposite like Oban, and now I have to do a little crossing between Carrera and the mainland again. It's tiny, it's literally like 200 meters, it's nothing, but it's so busy here with boats and ferries that I'm so fatigued that I don't know if I have it in me to, well, I will because of adrenaline. I'll obviously paddle like hell if the ferry that I can see over there right now that's got smoke coming out of its chimney, if that moves, I'll go hell for leather. But part of me is like, can I just live here? There's a nice little spot, should I just live there? Like, I don't need to go back to the mainland, I could just stay there. Like, who needs to cross in front of ferries? Like, fuck it, I'll just live there. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm just gonna have to do the hedgehog, like, what is it? Look, think, listen, look. I don't know, whatever it is, I'm gonna have to do that, like, very well. It's like an ant crossing a road, like, that's the scale. An ant crossing our road. Be fine. I'm gonna have a few more sweets.
I actually checked the ferry times and could see that this one was going to be leaving soon, so I decided it would be better to just wait. Look at it! They are huge. You do not want to be anywhere near those.
Oh, mate, come on. Hurry up.
I was poised and ready to go because there was no ferries, but then this sailing boat was fannying around. I mean, he probably wasn't fannying around, but to me it felt like he was fannying around. And I don't like to cross in front of boats, so I wanted to get behind it. But he was taking ages and it was doing my head in.
Fucking go in. Go in. Oh yeah. Oh, it's the shittest footage ever. I'm alive though.
There are so many jellyfish down there right now. Jesus. Do you know what? It feels really weird to say this because I've only been paddling for 4 days, even though the first day seems like ages ago, but like I have only been paddling for 4 days and I'm kind of on the home straight. Like I'm heading up Loch Linney now, and this goes all the way up to Fort William, and that's where I'm finishing my paddleboarding section. I did not expect to do it this quickly. Like it's totally down to the fact that I've had really good conditions for this many like consecutive days, but yeah, I packed a lot of evening meals. I'm gonna bloody eat them all. I'm literally like, I've had one just before, I might have another one now in the tent, and then I might have one for breakfast. Like I'm just gonna eat them all. Yeah, I've carried things that I didn't need, but hey, it's fine, it's better to have them than not, isn't it? Because in my head I might have got stuck in the tent for like a week, because you just don't know with like Scottish conditions. So yeah, this is mad. Like when I camp tonight I'll have about 50k left. If I really wanted to push it, there's a seal over there. If I really wanted to push it, I could probably do that in a day if I got up really early. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad how quickly it's gone, and it's mad how quickly this is. I just can't believe it. I'm in shock. I'm in shock. It's amazing. I've had freaking time of my life. I haven't finished yet, but you know, I'm gonna hit a rock now, so I'm gonna. Dicks. I feel like a beekeeper. I'm just over here having a peanut butter party. Nothing dodgy, I promise. But because I've like nearly finished, I've only got another 50k to go, and I've got loads of food. I've gone from like, oh, maybe I won't have a peanut butter today because, you know, might need it another day, to peanut butter on everything. Peanut butter on peanut butter. What shall we wear today then, boys? Oh, I don't know, same as we wore yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that. Ah, go on then. It is my favourite after all. Whee! This morning's litter collection. That'll do, donkey. That'll bloody do. Maybe bloody well in then. Oh shit, now. It's flipping filming malarkey. This is how you know you're getting close to Fort William. Starts to get really lumpy. Lumpy Fort Bill. Don't know why I'm from Yorkshire now.
dropped my sunglasses. Fuming. Oh, God, the gulls are kicking off by here. One of them's bound to shit on me in a minute, aren't they? Ain't liking the look of over there. I think a storm is following me. Okay, let's go. If this storm keeps pushing me this way, then that's fine. It's if it starts, like, turns and takes me the other way that I'm going to be pissed off. Or starts being a side wind. At the minute it's literally a tail breeze. So I'm going with it and paddling with it. I just don't want to be stuck out here in the middle if it does turn. It's not supposed to on the forecast, but the forecasts don't really always mean exactly what's going to happen. So let's get on with it, shall we? I think it's about another 4k to get to that bit of land, so let's go. It's raining on me. So I couldn't have timed this any worse if I tried. This is the Crinan sound, right? And the water gets like squeezed between it. So it means that the tide runs, it can run up to like 5 knots through there. It's not running that at the moment, but we're like 3 minutes over the peak of the ebb tide. So it's running at its fastest outwards at the moment. So I should have timed it with slack, but obviously I didn't really know how far I was going to get, so I was like, I think I might just have a meal, like chill for an hour or something, and then when it's like not the full flow, like have a little go. Honestly, couldn't have timed it any shitter.
At this point, I was only 13 kilometres away from Fort William, so my intention was to carry on and finish it on that day. However, whilst I was sat on this beach, I met the farmer who owns the fields just behind the beach, and he very kindly offered for me to camp there if I wanted. Initially I was like, thanks, but I probably won't because I want to carry on. And then as he went back to the farm, I kind of analysed, why did I want to carry on? And I realised it was just an ego thing. Even though I thought this was going to take me a lot longer, my ego was now quite attracted to the idea that I could finish it on day 5. And when I thought about it, that was actually the crappiest reason to turn down the opportunity to carry on this adventure and camp in this amazing spot. So yeah, I've titled the video 5 days. Technically I didn't finish it on day 5, but meh, whatever. Morning. I look like a sausage or like a tea bag or something. I don't know. What do I look like? Something really weird. I had to go out for a pee, didn't I? Literally opened that zip for like 0.1 second and like jumped out and then did the same to come back in, and a load of them have still hitched a lift into here. So I'm currently lying in my midgie net, obviously, whilst they're all flying around me. I just want the time to, like, the tide time to hurry up. Like, the tide doesn't turn till like 5 o'clock to get through the Crinan sound. Not 5 o'clock, 10 o'clock, but it's 5 o'clock now, so I've literally got like 5 hours, and I'm awake because it's light, and this is what happens. And I've not had enough sleep, but I don't care. I just want to get up and go through now. You can't keep still when there's midgies. Like, these things must help people set FKTs all the time, because you would just be like, I just need to keep going because the midgies are going to get me. I can't stop. Honestly, they're like a weird, bad motivation to like go. The midgies have just found me, so it's time to go. Oh, I left them in the field. They've located me, the little dicks. Whew, let's go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Whilst I was trying to film that takeoff, I've just seen 3 little otters. Oh my god, let's go back and see if they're still there. Tide's definitely turned now, it's taken me the right way. Oh, the otters are over there. Look. The spicy type. Ooh, spicy. Yes, boys, that's a wrap. Oh wait, I've still got to hike 370k.